Level 1, the errand boy. You're 19. Little Tokyo, Los Angeles. You sweep floors at a restaurant that closes at midnight but never really closes. The back room stays lit until 3 a.m. Men in suits drink whiskey and talk in low voices. You don't understand Japanese yet. You don't need to. You understand the envelope they hand you every Friday. $400 cash. No taxes. No questions. Your job is simple. Deliver packages. Pick up envelopes. Drive a 2003 Honda Civic with a cracked bumper across the city and ask nothing about what's inside. One night, a package feels different. Heavier. You deliver it to a parking garage in Koreatown. A man takes it without looking at you. As you drive home, 3 police cruisers fly past you going the other direction. Your hands shake on the wheel for 20 minutes. You make $1,600 a month. You pay your mom's rent. You buy your first pair of clean Jordans. But you're also invisible. To them, you're furniture. A tool. The moment you become inconvenient, you disappear. You don't know that yet. You're just happy to eat. Level 2, the soldier, Kyode. You're 22. Downtown LA. You've been tested and you passed. You didn't ask how. One night, an older member handed you a phone and said handle it. You handled it. You didn't sleep for 3 days after. But you handled it. Now you have a crew of 2 guys beneath you. You collect debt. A restaurant owner in Sawtell owes $8,000. He's 3 weeks late. You walk in during dinner service, sit down across from him, and order green tea. You don't raise your voice. You don't touch anyone. You just explain, very calmly, what happens next if Friday comes and goes without payment. He pays Thursday morning. Cash. In a paper bag. You're making $4,500 a month now. You lease a black Infiniti. You move out of your mom's apartment into a studio in Culver City. You have a girlfriend who thinks you work in private security. Then one of your guys gets picked up by the LAPD on an unrelated charge. He's scared. Scared people talk. Your Oyabun, your boss, calls you into a back office and stares at you for a full minute without speaking. You realize for the first time loyalty here is not a virtue. It's a survival requirement. Level 3, the lieutenant, Wakagashira Hosa. You're 26. You run 3 blocks of operation now: gambling, loan sharking, and protection in a corridor stretching from Little Tokyo to Monterey Park. Your cut? $12,000 a month. Clean. Laundered through a dry cleaning business that processes $40,000 in fake receipts every week. Your mornings start at a noodle shop on First Street. Same table. Same seat. Men come to you now. They report. You listen. You decide. A rival group from the Vietnamese syndicate starts running unlicensed gambling in your territory. You don't go to them yourself. You send a message through a middleman. The message is clear. 3 days later, they're gone. You never learn exactly what happened. You don't ask. The FBI field office in Westwood opens a file on you. You don't know this yet, but your Oyabun does. He warns you never use the same phone twice. Never meet in the same place twice. You have a Rolex now. Your girlfriend sees it and asks how much it cost. You say it was a gift. She stops asking questions. So does your mother. That's when you know the people who love you are starting to understand what you really are. Level 4, the captain, Wakagashira. You're 29. You oversee 6 lieutenants across Los Angeles and San Diego. Your organization generates $800,000 a month. Your personal cut is $35,000. You sit in on meetings now. Real meetings. In a private room above a sushi restaurant in Beverly Hills. The men around the table are worth millions. They wear custom suits. They talk about real estate, shipping logistics, import licenses. Everything sounds legitimate. None of it is. The FBI wiretap picks up 17 minutes of conversation from one of these meetings. Your lawyer, who bills $950 an hour, tells you over the phone, stop talking indoors. One of your lieutenants gets caught by the DEA with $200,000 in cash and 2 kilos in his trunk on the 405. He's looking at mandatory minimums, 15 years federal. Your Oyabun calls you. He doesn't ask you to help the lieutenant. He asks you to make sure the lieutenant has nothing to say. You spend a week unable to eat. This is not what you signed up for. But you signed up for all of it, whether you knew it or not. Your name appears for the first time in a federal grand jury filing, just as a person of interest. Your lawyer tells you not to panic. You panic anyway. Level 5, the underboss, Seiko Koman. You're 33. You run West Coast operations. Gambling, extortion, money laundering through 7 legitimate businesses, 2 restaurants, a construction company, a parking lot chain, a vending machine distribution company. Monthly revenue under your control, $4.2 million. Your personal take, $85,000 a month deposited across 11 different accounts in 4 states. You travel to Tokyo twice a year. You sit across from men who built this organization 40 years ago. They bow slightly when you enter. You bow lower. Respect here moves in one direction, always up. Back in LA, a rival Yakuza faction from a competing clan tries to negotiate a cut of your gambling operation. You sit across from their representative at a hotel bar in Century City. You listen. You nod. You say you'll consider it. 2 weeks later, their operation in San Diego gets raided by Homeland Security. You had nothing to do with it. But you made one phone call to one person who made one phone call to one corrupt ICE agent. That's how power works at this level. You don't pull triggers. You pull strings. The IRS flags 3 of your businesses for audit. Your accountant who knows exactly where every dollar came from is suddenly very nervous. You pay him $200,000 to stay calm. It works. For now. You haven't slept more than 5 hours a night in 2 years. You trust exactly nobody. Level 6, the Oyabun, boss. You're 38. You are the West Coast Yakuza. Every operation from San Diego to Seattle answers to you. Your organization controls $60 million in annual revenue. You personally clear $1.2 million a year, most of it offshore, in accounts the IRS will never find. You live in a gated compound in Bel Air. Security cameras cover every inch of the property. 2 former Marines work the gate. You drive in an armored Lexus LX with tinted windows. You haven't pumped your own gas in 5 years. Your reach extends into City Hall. A councilman who owes you 3 favors sits on the zoning committee. A federal prosecutor plays golf every Sunday with your attorney. These relationships cost money. They cost $2 million a year in gifts, donations, and carefully structured payments. They're worth every dollar. But the FBI's Organized Crime Task Force has been building a case for 4 years. You know this because you have a source inside the field office. He's risking everything to feed you information. And one morning he stops responding. 3 days later, you find out he's in witness protection. Everything you've built, the businesses, the accounts, the relationships, it's all suddenly exposed. And the walls are moving. Fast. You can't run. Running confirms everything. You call your lawyer. He says 4 words, don't say anything. Level 7, the fall. You're 40. Federal courthouse. Downtown Los Angeles. You walk in wearing a $4,000 suit. Cameras line the steps outside. CNN has a crew. Your face is on every screen in America tonight, not the face you wanted to show the world. RICO charges. Money laundering. Extortion. Conspiracy. The indictment is 47 pages long. 22 counts. Your offshore accounts frozen. Your businesses seized. Your Bel Air compound raided at 6 a.m. by 30 FBI agents in tactical gear while you stood in your kitchen in a bathrobe. Your lawyer negotiates for 8 months. In the end, you take a plea. 12 years. Federal prison. You'll serve it at a facility in Victorville, California. No Supermax, your lawyer got that much. But federal time is federal time. No early release. No deals. Your girlfriend left 6 months ago. Your mother cries every time she visits. Your crew, the men who bowed to you, who feared you, who made millions because of you, they have a new Oyabun before you even reach your cell. You had $1.2 million a year. You had power that moved politicians. You had a compound in Bel Air. Now you have a prison jumpsuit and 12 years to think about every decision that brought you here. Level 8, the cycle. The organization doesn't skip a beat. Your replacement is 34. He came up the same way you did, errands, deliveries, envelopes on Friday nights. He's sitting in the back room of a restaurant in Little Tokyo right now, listening to men talk in low voices. The gambling still runs. The money still moves. The politicians still take the calls. The FBI opens a new file with a new name on it. America keeps producing this story. Different faces. Same game. Level 9, the callback. Somewhere in Little Tokyo tonight, there's a 19-year-old kid sweeping floors. The back room is still lit. The men in suits are still drinking whiskey. On Friday, someone will hand him an envelope. $400 cash. He'll think he found a way out. He found a way in. The game never stops. Only the players change.